The Vail Dance Festival returns July 26th through August 5th with 13 performances featuring dance luminaries from across the United States and around the world. This summer, they welcome Dance Theater of Harlem, Limon Dance Company, Cleo Parker Robinson Dance, Colorado Ballet, and Dance Aspen, as well as artists from Alonzo King's Lines Ballet, American Ballet Theater, Ballet X, New York City Ballet, and so much more. Conversations on Dance will be bringing you a behind-the-scenes look at all the action. Join us in person for 8 live events featuring incredible festival artists, including Katherine Herlin, Sarah Mearns, Robert Garland, Audrey Sissoko, and so many more. If you are not able to join us in person, be sure to subscribe to Conversations on Dance wherever you get your podcasts to listen to the live episodes after the events. Get your tickets now for festival performances at vaildance.org and claim your tickets for COD events at vaildance.org/conversations-on-dance or click the link in the show notes. I'm Rebecca King Ferraro.
And I'm Michael Sean Breeden, and you're listening to Conversations on Dance.
Hi, Mikey.
Hi, Rebecca.
How are you?
It's our favorite week. It's countdown to Vail.
Do you know what I was thinking today? Well, we're recording this on Monday. I think we're going to put this out like tomorrow. But we're going to start getting rehearsal schedules soon. We always talk about how that's like our favorite thing to get the rehearsal schedules in the emails because it makes us feel like we're part of a company again for a short amount of time.
Yeah. And because Vail's so full of surprises, it's like every day you get the rehearsal schedule, you get a new little nugget of what is going to be performed and what Damien has cooking, what's up his sleeve.
Totally.
For some of the surprises that we get every year in Vail. They've released some preliminary casting to us as well, which I don't think we should disclose.
No, but we don't have that yet, do we?
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, maybe. Oh, you got to check your
Am I
spam.
not on the email list? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
we'll talk about it after.
some things are available online already. So
we'll go through that stuff.
Right. We were just talking about what night is it? But it seems like something new that they're doing. It's like a themed evening, Myths by Legends. So this is on July 29th. As you and I were just going over before this, before we started recording, like seems like a cool idea where says various companies that are going to be present at the festival performing different masterworks by people like Limon and Balanchine and Robbins, and also features the Afternoon of Fun, Robbins, debut by Kate Herlin and Aram Bell, who is like, I mean, Kate is just really one of the faves of the pod. Her Fuertes made our was that last year? Best of 2023?
Yeah, I think it was. And we're going to be chatting with her live in Vail. And so just as a quick reminder, so any of the live events, if you're in Vail, we hope that you will join us. And we have the ticket information in the show notes that's easily accessible or on our website, conversationsondancepod.com. And if you're not with us in Vail, please subscribe to COD if you don't already, because we'll be putting them up as we go. So we'll be talking to Kate. I think it's the day after she premieres in it. So that'll be cool to kind of like get the rundown of how it went. We have that in our list of questions. And then also the morning of that Myths and Legends performance that you were just talking about, Michael, we will be talking with about Limon in the morning. So that's something that will be really fun. So we'll kind of like get a preview of what they'll be dancing that evening. And then I just like look forward to seeing all of that come together. It's just going to be a really cool and diverse program, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for you to have the opportunity to meet Dante Paleo, who is the artistic director of Limon, who we had such a lovely conversation with Patricia Delgado, our guest co-host that year, while you were giving birth. So.
Yes.
But he's so lovely, and it's so fun to delve into the history of the company and what they're doing at present. And so it's just going to be so nice to have them back at the festival, but for you to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm excited. It looks to us doing, as we're preparing everything, it looks like he does a lot of research work too. So did you guys talk about that at all last time? I didn't listen. Sorry. I just given birth. No offense.
Understandable. Yeah. I mean, we covered it all. He's a big history
Right? Yeah.
like dance dork just like us. So
Right.
we get along famously.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but it's
I'm excited. That'll be fun.
there. And just thinking about like Kate Herlin getting to do Fawn. Kate is such an amazing virtuoso, but I think she has such a gorgeous quality. She's so much more. If she couldn't turn for anything and was a weak jumper, I would still think she was
Love her.
so special and lovely. And I love that, Damien does try to do things, give you repertoire that's not in your company's main repertoire, but also something that maybe even if it were to be there, you might not dance. So, um, love this for Kate and for us that we're going to get to experience that. And we've already had
Excited.
a couple other little previews. Via, our daughter Miranda's Instagram. She posted a couple of very exciting tidbits. And again, these are things, well, Midsummer Night's Dream, Divertis Mon Parida is one of the most
Oh,
beautiful in the whole Balanchine canon. But while I hope that she's casting it at City Ballet, it's not super commonly done by someone as tall as her. Um,
mm.
Made for Violette, who's quite petite, and then Allegra Kent did it subsequently. But even now, it's something that Tyler Peck is a role she's very acclaimed in. And so we love that Mira is getting this opportunity. And another thing that she's been working on is the second act Parida from Giselle. And again, I think that
Yes.
a lesser person might pigeonhole Mira into a Mirta type part, but why can't tall ladies do Giselle?
Why
And
not? Who is she? I was just trying to look on Instagram. Was this in stories or something? I don't see a post. Who's she dancing with?
she's with Chun Wai Chen for Midsummer,
Oh,
and
it's gonna be so
I
good.
think she might be with Iran. So for
Okay.
Giselle, which again, or maybe it's Joe Gordon, but I think it's Iran, which is
Uh-huh.
again, a fun cross company collaboration, another thing that Vail, happens every single year in Vail. So yeah, so we have some classic Vail components that are already kind of clicking into place that we're looking forward to.
Let's talk a little bit about opening night because opening night's always such a
Mm,
fun evening. And it says tickets are almost gone. So people, if you don't have them, let's get on it.
Get on it.
Get on
Um,
it.
Something that they're bringing back is the All-Star Serenade, which we last saw.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
That was probably 2021 or something, right?
I was
Um,
trying to think because I was thinking about that randomly, and I was thinking that I think that's the only time I've ever seen the ballet was the last time it was in Vail. And so it must have been, it wasn't last year, so it must have been before Ben was born, so maybe 2021.
yeah. And so
And it was, yeah.
yeah, we're lucky that it's coming back. And the all-star cast is Lauren Lovett, Isabella Boylston, and Sarah Mearns.
Oh,
So last time it was Unity Phelan in what Mearns will be performing in. I
Burns
mean,
is gonna be, that's what I was gonna ask you.
it's like Dark Angel, which is also kind of interesting because Mearns hasn't done that part in years.
Wait,
So
you think
maybe,
Mearns is doing Dark Angel and not Lauren?
well, Lauren did Waltz last time. It
Oh,
was
did she?
Yeah, it was Lauren and Waltz and Bella in Russian and
Right.
Unity Archangel.
Okay, so yeah, so maybe that's what
And
it
also it's traditionally listed in that order, and this is the order that they've listed the ballerinas. So we'll see. But either way, Lauren has also done Dark Angel. For her workshop, she did Waltz and Dark Angel. I
that's
saw
what
them both.
okay. I thought that what
Um,
does she do at City Ballet? What did she do at City Ballet?
I
She
don't
did
know that
Waltz
she
and
ever
She
did
did
Dark Angel.
really? Why am I feeling like I've pictured maybe I'm just like wanting her gorgeous hair and arabesque and a Dark Angel moment.
Yeah, she's little. So I think maybe,
Yeah.
again, things get, but Smurns has definitely danced both roles in the company, but either way will be fun to see them. And I would imagine kind of fun, like Dark Angel's sort of the junior entry part,
Uh-huh, that's true.
but like it's such a gorgeous part. I'm sure if Mearns is doing it, that like how fun to be like to be able to revisit something that A is very pretty low stress and
Yeah.
B haven't gotten to experience in years. It's like if you had gotten I think we talked about this.
What?
In Miami City Ballet, you never get taken out of Snow and Flowers, really,
Right.
because the company's too small. But you like and it like hurts you that you love it, but you also hate it. Where you're like, if I had just take me out of this for 5 years, but then it's like if you got thrown on, I think
Right.
that happens in ballet sometimes, like where you haven't had to do a part for a while and it's something you've outgrown. But then when you get to unexpectedly do it again, especially without the rehearsal process or anything,
So fun.
uh, well, like Kristen Sagan, who I'm working with on Ballet Collective or at Ballet Collective right now. She had to do Stars and Stripes for the first time in years and years.
Oh,
And
really?
and she was like, "Oh, I was so happy to be back in," but doesn't mean she wants to be back in it forever, you know?
Right. It's just like a fun ditty. I
Yeah.
saw a picture of you guys. Did you guys teach like a master class or something up there?
Did. It was really fun. It was at this amazing school. I think it's called Willow Academy.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Oh, and
and
where are you right now? We haven't said that.
I'm in well, I guess you don't call it. I was just being told that this is bad bad behavior to call it upstate New York, or
Oh,
it's like
really?
city people like it's not upstate New York. People from upstate New York would be get annoyed when I'm in the Hudson Valley.
Okay.
That's where I am. So
With Ballet
I'm
Collective.
with Ballet Collective. We have a every year we have an annual residency up here where the choreographers and the dancers come up, and it's just a nice way to continue to create in a more like relaxed, kind of secluded environment, and it changes the focus. And we also do sort of preview performances. It's a way for the choreographers and the dancers to get an idea of what it will look like on stage. And then those choreographers can make choices based on that. It's sort of like a lab, a
Yeah.
workshop to be like, oh, okay, I didn't expect that this would come off like that. And you can make amendments before you're just on stage for the
Yeah.
premiere in New York.
Cool.
So,
When I was thinking about this today, when do you leave? Are you going straight to Vail from there?
I go home for like a hot second.
Always. You're always home for a hot second.
Yeah, it might be a little bleak. Because I think we have rehearsal on Thursday and then I go take the train down and then I'm on a 6:30 a.m. plane. Yeah.
But then
But
I'll
then
see
we're
you.
together.
Yay.
I want to get back to this masterclass I taught because
Yes,
it
no,
was
please do.
so what's cool about this place is called the Willow Dance Center. Um, and it is an adults only school. Yeah, and they offer classes throughout the week, but they have a very devoted contingent of adult dancers and a range of capabilities and levels and people that, obviously did ballet as a youngster. Up through, there was a dancer who actually was she was an apprentice with Miami City Ballet, and she knew the Delgados, but
What?
she was gorgeous. Her name was Marissa. And if anyone who knows Miami City Ballet of that era, but she's just so lovely. And, she's just someone who, like us, well, maybe her body held up a little differently than ours, but she just loves ballet still. And, so she was there kind of anchoring the class, was very cool. And then you have people that started learning ballet like 3 or 4 years ago who are in their 50s, 60s. And so it's a really fun range, but we taught class and then we taught some selections of amended adapted choreography so that it could suit everyone, but it's some of Troy's choreography that will be performed this year.
Oh, how
And
special.
it was really lovely. It was very fun.
Oh, how many
So it's like,
people were there?
gosh, I want to say like nearing 20.
That's so
Just like
cool. How
it was a
fun.
totally free event, and I feel like for people to show up on a Sunday, um, and like they did in a way when you don't pay, I feel like you're more inclined to be like, I could skip that. But so 20 people showed up, and yeah, we had the best time. It was a really
That's so fun.
cool idea to me. I've never heard of a studio that is just exclusively for adults, but I think why not? Like
Is
it's
this
the
the
same,
first is it the first
as
time Ballet Collective did something like this, or have
yeah,
you guys done
it
it before?
is. Yeah, yeah.
I hope
It's
you continue. How cool.
yeah, I think it was very successful. So that was my day yesterday. I was really happy I got to share that with these dancers. Dances for everyone, as we say.
I love that. How fun. I'm jealous. I want to take that class. Oh, well, maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it hurt me. They were like, I can't believe you dance in sneakers. I'm like, guys, this is the only way. My
The only
feet
way. The
be
only way we
broke.
can do it. Okay, so let's pop back to opening night. I did want to say, because we were being remiss, that the core in Serenade will be danced by Colorado Ballet because
Mhm. Yeah, and that's what happened last time that I thought was a really cool
so cool.
way of involving a local company. But then I think the first night, so opening night will be with the all stars, and then later on the company will have its own principals, which is of course super important. And
Uh-huh.
um, you want the whole company to be involved in this experience as well. So
Totally.
that's lovely. Yeah, so our opening night looks like
I think that's the only thing that's on here specifically as what we will be seeing.
mm,
The rest
it's
is just going to be,
uh,
those like
yeah.
the random stuff we just love that's just always so landmark Vail. So that'll be fun. Oh, and then Dance Theater of Harlem is the next day. I am so excited. I can't
Me,
wait.
I don't know that I've ever, or I think I saw the company dance in Kentucky literally in the 90s. I think that's the last time. I
Do you
mean, maybe I do some things like at a city center fall for a dance moment or something, but this is
right.
definitely going to be my first time that I've ever seen the company in their own full evening. So
I'm
it's
so
very
excited.
exciting.
And Allegro kicks it off. I mean,
Woo! Good
oh
luck to
boy.
those dancers in
Oh,
elevation. No, but I'm
oh
sure
my God.
they're
I can't imagine how hard. But it's just like, I mean, we see them on social media doing it so much. I feel like it's like a landmark ballet for them. And I'm just like, I can't wait to see it. I'm just so excited. Ah,
And we're kicking off our participation in the festival with
that
DTHR
morning.
director Robert Garland that morning. So it'll be so fun well, A, we loved having Robert on the first time, which was just ahead of his, or is after his appointment, but
I
it
l-
had begun work, right?
I looked it up. Yeah. So we talked to him in January of at the beginning of 2023. So like he was like our first person in 2023 and then he took over in like June. So he was already kind of like starting that process of like integrating into the company or I guess like in that role because obviously he's a part of the company. Has been a part of the company in choreography roles, etc. But so yeah, so I think it'll be really cool to hear like how it's been going. And I was also curious too, and I can't quite tell. Maybe you know the answer, Michael. We haven't talked about this just yet, but when hit like the programming will be all his for the next season because it's possible that the one coming up still might have been a collaboration
Sure.
as part of like the transition period. So that is on our list to chat with him about too.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that even if it is not yet him, I mean, it seems like well, we always love this when someone has roots in the company and is not
Exactly.
interested in just, disregarding everything that came before, you know,
Right.
cleaning house
Uh-huh.
and abandoning the legacy. So I think that, hopefully we'll still be seeing DTH in balance. I mean, I think he says literally, quote, I will never, ever let go of our balancing roots. So of course,
Right.
I think that's something he'll continue to embrace, but also having something like William Forsythe's Blake Works
Never seen it
also.
before. I can't wait.
Yeah, yeah. So, wow, this is a hard program because I also think Robert's choreography, which is on this, and the Nyman String Quartet,
Uh-huh.
is puffy too. So these dancers, they got their work cut out for them, but we're
Yep.
excited, we're excited to see. Yeah. So then,
So excited about that evening. Ah,
so that's our first day of work. After we'll be, freshly inspired from Sarah. Now we get to talk to Robert and then see DTH perform. And then what do we have next on the
up
docket? We have
close. I'm really excited about this, can I say, because it starts early. So I'm going to bring Ben with us to see this. I think
oh,
we won't be able to stay the whole time, but because it starts at 6, we'll get to like bring him and see his first ballet performance.
hey, that's fun.
It's
That's
such a
gonna be
good atmosphere for it too, because since like we'll just be in the outside area, and if he gets fussy, we can just take him away, you know.
yeah. He seems
But
like a patient 2-year-old. Oh, well, he's gonna be celebrating his birthday, so I mean,
uh-huh.
we'll see if any personality shifts happen immediately. Fun too.
Terrible
Fun.
twos. No.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, he keeps seeing like he's so funny. But like if I have my computer open next to him and like I have my texts open, like there's a picture of you on our text message thing and he goes, Uncle Mikey, and points it out.
oh, that's so sweet.
He's
Wow.
gonna
All
be so
right.
excited
My
to hang out with you.
Wow, makes my heart full. I mean, yeah, I love kids now.
I know. You're
Plot
gonna be,
twist.
I know. You're gonna be, he's just so full of personality and chatting so much. You're just gonna be like, what happened? It's so weird compared to like thinking back to last year. He couldn't even walk yet. And so he's gonna have so much fun. You guys are gonna have fun together.
Yeah,
Anyways, so that's why I'm personally excited for this program. But it sounds, I always love the up closes. They're so fun this evening.
yeah, it's a little bit more intimate and yeah, I mean it's always just fun to hear from Damien and Heather. They really go
Oh
deep
yeah.
in those moments. So yeah,
Yep.
so and who do we have for our own? Yeah,
That's when we're talking to Larry, I believe.
oh yeah, Larry's someone he's a very, very sweet guy, but and a
Wait,
very
we should
impressive
say his last name. Sorry, go ahead.
Kegwin. Larry Kegwin.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Larry, our
Larry.
friend Larry. No, I met him at the festival, I think 2 years ago when you were,
Oh, you have.
you know.
Oh, that's
um,
cool.
yeah, yeah. It's always nice. We've been going to Vail since 2017, so there's always going to be some level of crossover, and even someone like Robert who has not been at Vail with us. We've interviewed him before, but we're always excited to have these new people on the pod like Larry. So that'll be.
Yeah. Yep, and he's doing a really cool community event too that we'll be hearing. We're going to ask him about it. It's called Rhapsody Community Project. It's a community project. So there's information on Vail's website about that, but that'll be cool to hear a little bit about too. Another just like classic Vail kind of thing, getting the community involved. So, and then what's the next day? This is so fun. I'm getting so excited.
Yeah. So
Uh,
after
Then it's
the
Myths by Legends, the
It's
program
by
that we've been
legend,
talking about.
which yeah, I have a strong feeling since we always see a little bit of Apollo. Anyway, I'm sure Apollo will be on that as well, and that could yield some fun casting. I don't know
Uh-huh.
off my head of who it is or
That's true. And Black Swan's in there. That must be Erman and Bella because Erman
Yeah,
said
he
that's what he was
told it.
dancing.
Mhm.
So that'll be I've never seen them. I'm trying to think, have I ever seen them dance together? Like in a pas?
I don't think I have.
I don't think so. That'll be so fun. I'm very excited about that. And then that's where we're going to be seeing Fawn with Kate Herlin.
Mhm.
Okay. And then what do we have next? Oh, then it's the dance, $20 and 24 cents on July
Uh,
30th.
Those are always packed. I mean,
Always
that's a
packed.
great idea to have, a super accessible night. And people, wow, there are some diehards.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Last year when it was pouring, but people, I mean, it was not empty at all.
Nope.
People
They just
showed up.
open up those umbrellas and they have their parkas on or their whatever. They just hang out. It's so amazing. It's really so cool. And so that's when that Larry Kegwin's piece Rhapsody will be shown during that event as well. Then we have Watching Dance with Heather Watts. Are we going to be able to go to that?
Yeah, I'm just checking out. Well, it doesn't appear to have a time on it at this
It says
moment.
11.
No, so then we can't go to it.
We can't go to it because we're overlapping.
Yeah,
Are we
because now
overlapping?
this year we're at the Vail Mountain School.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We didn't mention that.
And so it's a new location for us, and we're hopeful that we get some of the people who are doing the master classes will
Mhm.
after and come listen
Yes.
to that. Yeah, so our start time is a little bit later. Although for you and me, I'm like, and I think most people will be like, "Oh, nice," but it's like we're just when we go to Vail, that 2 hour time difference, you wouldn't think it changes anything, but we're just up
We're just
5:30.
up.
Hello.
Yeah.
We're
We're just awake and we're just like, we have like 2 hours or 3 hours of work under our belts by the time we're hitting the stage.
Yeah.
That's good because then we kind of get through all our stuff. Okay, so then after that, we're looking at Doran's Dance is sold out at the Villar. I don't know if hopefully we'll be able to pop over and see that.
Yeah, we can
I
get our way.
always love their stuff. So
Mhm.
incredible.
That's so brilliant. I mean, it's really such a tragedy that's one of our great lost episodes. Remember
From
we we recorded with Michelle, but the audio was not passable. This was our first year in Vail.
Probably.
Yeah. Those were early days for the podcast, especially early days for live events. That was like our first
Our first
thing.
year.
Yeah,
But the sound problems still happen
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
And if you ever have listened to one with bad sound quality, I apologize. And
What just
we hope
happened?
it
Did
just
we
happens.
release?
We try our best.
Yeah. Did we release the episode with Frankie Hayward and Marcy Sambe? No.
That's a really lost episode. That was
Lost.
such a
Yeah.
good event. They were so
I'm just-
amazing.
yeah, I'm just laughing like us talking about this like their balancing ballets. Like, wow, it's really they're just gone. You know, they can
Yeah.
never.
Like a lost balancing ballet. Oh my God, I'm dead. But yes, that one's done. Then there's Dancing in the Park on August 1st, and then we're getting into the International Evenings of Dance. And there's 3 this year. So they're doing the similar thing where on August 3rd, there's an early show and a later show, which they started the pandemic year, 2021, I guess, to like kind of like, as I recall, right, just like split up so it wasn't too many people. And then people really liked it. So they have kept it. So that's really fun. So let's see what they're telling us we're going to see here on August. Oh, do they have casting? Oh no, sorry, I got distracted. I thought there was casting. There's not too much info here as one can expect. They like to keep that under wraps. And you know why too? Because stuff evolves the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making stuff.
I'm excited for, again, I mean, I don't, I won't say actual casting. I feel like that's probably no. But someone
change.
Someone we like might be doing a little Ruby Spada. Maybe.
Wait, why am I not? Okay, you're gonna have
You
to tell me
don't
afterwards who it is
Yeah,
because I don't know why I've missed the email list or something. Oh my gosh,
actually,
that's exciting.
Maybe for a diehard, I don't know, the Bruces of the world. Bruce is our super fan and patron and friend. But actually, this person who's doing this mentioned Easter egged this years ago. Yeah.
That's what a teaser. I feel teased. No, I mean,
I'm a Swiftie, so I'm used to this. I have to always kind of have my
You're always looking for Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are going to be great. We've diverted from who we are talking to at this point in time. Let's go back. On July 30th, we have Kate Herlin, which is going to be so fun. We're excited about that. We already kind of covered that. Oh, on July 31st, we're talking to Sarah Mearns and Jamar Roberts.
In residence.
Yes. So that's going to be so much fun. They're both the artists in residence, like you mentioned, and that's going to be fun to dive in. And whenever we talk to the artists in residence, it's fun because they're doing so much new stuff that I feel like we really get like to hear so much about what's going on at the festival because they're just so busy. And so that event is going to be at the Courtyard by the theater, which we did an event there last year with Jennifer Homans. And that was so fun. It's such a pretty spot. And so looking forward to that for sure.
Homans is also scheduled to do something that she did not at New York City Ballet. So it's something I'm very excited to see. And so I'm just breadcrumbing us here.
Wait, I was thinking when we were talking about Sarah earlier and I didn't mention it. What did we see her do last year? That was a solo from something.
The prayer from Mozartiana. Yeah, she did that for up close.
It was, yes. It was.
It's just Boreas and it's so beautiful.
What a memorable performance. I mean, for me, like I was just so touched by her artistry and she's just like what she does with her face. It's like sometimes you look at you're like she's not doing much, but it's like somehow, it's like she's not trying. Of course she's trying. I don't know. It's just so natural and beautiful.
Mama, this is a star.
She's just a star.
Look it up in the dictionary. It's photo of Sarah Mearns.
Yeah, that was so stunning. And so I look forward to seeing. I was working on that interview the other day. And then I was looking back at what what you did when you chatted with her. I guess the year that I was gone.
Yeah, it was the year you were gone.
And the first question, because I wanted to structure it the same way. I wanted to do like, we've had you on the podcast before, but please tell us about the time that you ate Skittles before Swan Lake
Correction, it was
performance.
pieces. Peanut butter. There's a little bit of protein in there, you know?
So we already did that shtick, so we can't start with that. We'll do something else, I guess. But I do love, I'm sure she'll give us another great story that we'll have for that. So anyway.
Been doing some fun things outside of the company. So I hope that this sticks to the program because this is something I'm super excited to see.
Then August 1st, we're talking to the next generation of dancers, which will be really fun. It's going to be kind of like a panel discussion. We're going to have a lot of, I think there's like 5 guests. Some of the younger Vail dancers. That's going to be so fun for us. Because of course, the way that Vail works, if you come year after year, you really see these dancers blossom. So it'll be really fun to kind of, some of them are already in that blossoming process with Vail. And so it'll be fun to hear about that and chat with them about, what makes the festival so special and what they're learning from it. Because you just can see from year to year, they're just improving and becoming great artists.
Yeah, and some of the people we don't get to see but once a year, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Everyone I don't get to see but once a year. So
your annual
my annual check-in on what's going on in the ballet world.
Yeah, but Philip is someone that we talked to who is at the Royal Danish Ballet. I got to work with when I was staging there, and is such a lovely dancer. But because he is across an ocean, we don't get to see much of him. So
right,
that's part of what makes Vail so lovely.
And the first time he went, he was just a student at SAB, right?
Yeah, he was the, what do they call it? It's a scholar in residence.
Scholar in residence, yeah. I can't imagine doing that. I mean, whenever one of the, and I think there were, he was with someone else. Was he with, there was a girl that was also an SAB student with him that year, no?
Yes.
Was it Mayfield?
No, because she didn't go to SAB.
Oh, no?
Natalie, I think is her name.
Anyhow, I just like, even still, like, I can't think of anything more intimidating and scary. And so I just like so applaud them for doing that and dancing well. And like, I don't know if I could do that. That would be so scary to me.
We're excited for this year's Scholar in Residence.
Who is it?
Her name is Kayla Mack. She is a Juilliard student, I believe, still. But I worked briefly with her on Increases Pas de Deux.
Yes.
And with Patricia Delgado. Patricia is her teacher. So yeah, I think Kayla's such a lovely dancer. It'd be so fun to have her there.
Yeah, I'm excited. That'll be so fun. I remember you telling me about that now. Oh, and then August 2nd for us is going to be Audrey Sissoko, who we've had on the podcast before, and her cousin, right? Yoba.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be so cool to hear from them because he is a 72nd generation kora player. Ajay told us about this last year, and so it'll be really cool to hear from both of them and hear more about their family's history. And so that'll be a cool one. It'll be great to have her back on the podcast.
Yeah. Audrey's such an incredible talent. It's
oh my God.
So interesting to see. I mean, there's so many family connections within the ballet world. It's quite common, but it's usually, you're both dancers. And there was a dancer at Dutch National who I loved. He was the lead in the ballet, he's a principal dancer, Timothy. And I don't want to say his Dutch last name and slaughter it. Lovely dancer, Timothy.
Just Timothy, like Madonna. It's just Timothy.
Just Timothy. His whole family, I think he's maybe one of 4 or 5, but I think also his parents too. I may be making that up, but everyone is a musician. They're all musicians. He is a classical ballet dancer.
But it's all in the same realm anyways, right? That's so cool.
So fun that you're connected, in different art forms, but that cross collaboration is still so possible.
Was he a super musical dancer? I bet.
He was lovely. I mean, he also plays like four instruments himself, but
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh.
one of those things like it's like people with languages too, where they're like, yeah, I speak four, but really it's kind of more like seven, but I don't really count the other ones. And it's like if I could speak one of the other ones as well, I'd be like, I'm fluent. And like I yeah.
You're like, I do Duolingo, so I'm fluent in
I've
Spanish.
been ramping up my Duolingo.
Have you
I
been?
really, yeah, I mean, without real purpose, but you know, you just fortune favors the prepared, I guess. You never know. And I was speaking to our good friend Helen, who danced with us in Miami City Ballet. Both of her children, I think, how old is Isabel? Like maybe 4 or something.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
This is perfect for me. This is my level of Spanish. So that's
Oh yeah. Because she's from Puerto Rico, and so she speaks Spanish to the kids, and then her husband speaks English to them, which is just
although
so
he speaks
fierce.
Spanish to them. Actually, they just speak Spanish. It's
Oh,
very
really?
cute.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know. Matt speaks to them in Spanish?
Oh yeah, I mean it's
Oh, I didn't know that.
still like very British Spanish, but but
Oh,
it's very cute. I was like she has a crush on a boy named Michael in school, and so I was like, "Él es su príncipe? He's su príncipe?" And she's like, "Sí, es mi príncipe. It's my prince." Yeah, it's very cute.
my goodness.
Um,
I'm so jealous you guys got to hang out.
mm,
Looks so fun.
well, you can start your Duolingo, and then we can all speak Spanish. Maybe, well, you know, our good friend Patricia Delgado, she'll be at the Vail Dance Festival, Spanish speaker. So maybe that's my goal, just to only speak to Patricia in Spanish.
Well, Lucia, probably her daughter, probably they do the same thing, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
So Lucia will be there for you. Ben will not be participating in that. He's going to be like,
All right. No,
"What?"
we
He'll
gotta get
start
it.
he'll start copying you on that. Probably should probably be copying Pat though, not you. No offense.
How dare? How dare? You
I want
don't
him to
want
learn it right. Just kidding.
Kentucky Spanish? Um,
All right, we're getting really off track.
oh
Okay.
yeah.
Um,
Enjoyed the ride with us. Yeah,
yeah.
no, I mean we've
I think we've
come.
gone through most of it.
Yeah,
And then now premieres is going to be at the end of the festival as always, which is always so
let's,
fun. We're missing it.
let's rattle off who we got on the now premieres. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Let's
it's
rattle it.
obviously Jamar, you know,
Uh-huh.
as you know, as the artist in residence, he'll be creating. Where is it? What am I looking at? Oh, I'm looking at our schedule.
Oh.
Not, here we
So
go.
it's Kyle Abraham
I
too.
love Kyle.
Wait, I forgot he's gonna be there. And Pam's gonna be there.
Kyle and Michelle Dorrance, Kyle Abraham,
Mhm.
Michelle Dorrance, Lauren Lovett, Justin Peck, Tyler Peck, Pam Tanowitz, and Jamar Roberts. Those
Amazing.
are the scheduled premieres. As we know, you never know who's going to get
Never
shoved onto
know.
it at the last minute, and we'll see something they make. So,
What a
yeah,
program. And then as usual too, there's gonna be well, I think this is fine to say, right? Like on the up close, oftentimes we have little sneak peeks of things that are being worked on.
yeah,
So probably we'll see a little bit. We always see little bits and pieces here and there. And of course, when we pop around and watch rehearsals and stuff, that's one of my favorite things to
yeah.
do too, and see what's going on always. Um, gosh, I'm so excited. This is gonna be so fun.
Here we go. It's our,
Yeah.
well, it's 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 8th year working for the Vail Dance Festival. Of course, in 2020, we did not.
Yep.
There was a festival, but we did work for the festival.
Uh-huh.
So,
And then
wow,
we danced 1 year, so 9 years. So next year is our 10th anniversary.
yeah, we'll celebrate. I'm sure they'll put out, lay out the red carpet for us, just like Armand's 25th, it's very
Yeah. I
similar.
thought you were going to say they're going to put out a press release. I'm like, yeah, probably.
Prestige, very like, yeah. All right, then. Well, that's it. We get to see each other on Friday.
I'm so excited. We're going to have so much fun and we have so much good to dance to cover. We're hoping we'll be able to do some other little chats with people here and there if we can. We're prepared if people are available to do that. And so we were hoping today to talk to Lauren Lovett, but she is a little sick and she needs to get better before she leaves. So we totally understand. Hopefully we'll see her for sure, but we might not be able to snag her. But she's the best. And so, of course, she was like so happy to come on the podcast, and then we couldn't make it happen today. But you know what? It was great to catch up with you. This was so fun because it made me really excited. And so now I'm probably going to go like pack or something, which you'll laugh at because you pack the second before you leave because you're a boy.
Mm. Yeah, I shan't be packing until, well, I mean, I can't pack. I'm not home right now.
Right.
But it'll be a quick turnaround for me.
We need cards.
Hmm.
I got to see if I have those. If
Yeah,
not, I'm going to go shopping today. Do you have some?
Oh, index cards? I have a
Yeah.
lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Pack them. Are you going to forget?
Yeah, maybe. All right, Diva.
Hey. All right. We'll see you on Friday, Mikey. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. And we're so excited to bring Vail Dance Festival to you all again this year. So subscribe wherever you listen. All right. Bye.
Conversations on Dance is part of the ACAST Creator Network. For more information, visit conversationsondancepod.com.